the second universe we are going to in our quest is the Rivals universe. Today we are searching for all the meat-related items in the food store. Specifically, the pork chops, steaks, and chicken, respectively. All said, let's officially throw these into the portal and get them back to the food store. There we go. Mission complete. Hey guys, welcome back to Lego's Island. So today, it is Monday, May 5th, 2025. And today, we're going to be doing Mission 3 of Operation Multiverse. For that, we are going to be going to the Holiday Universe. With that said, let's go! Okay, we are now in the Holiday Universe, and we are once again greeted by alternate Universe Evil Ship Leader. Let's see what he has to say to us this time. Lego, I'm upset with you for breaking a rule in Operation Multiverse, not being in survival to make the missions more difficult.
Oh, of course I had to be in survival for this. Listen, bud, I've done this so many times before that I don't even need you to cast a survival spell on me. Because I can change the survival myself.
See? Just like that. Get out of here. And I mean you. He really thinks that this is just going to make it more difficult? Yeah, no. We've been trapped in survival because of these guys far too many times at this point. So doing this again is a total joke. So, for this mission, we are going to be finding all of these apples and all of these watermelons plus the choice fruits. Now, luckily, I know exactly where those are. And even with being in survival, this doesn't change anything. So, our first set of items is actually up here in the New Year's themed room, which we will explore later. We have one apple right there. We have another apple right there. Then we have our third apple over here. Then we have our, fifth one. Oh, come on! Yeah, I spoke too soon there, didn't I? Anyway, our fourth apple is over here, and our last apple is over here, officially completing this section of the mission. Okay, the next set of fruit items are in the village, right here. So, our first golden apple is right over here. Then, we're going to need to head over here specifically to find the second one. We are going to need to find the third one over here. Then find the fourth one over here. And the last one over here. There we go. With that done, let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up we need to find the enchanted golden apples. To be able to find them, we are going to find them right here. Then another one right here. Then the third one is over here. The fourth one is over here. And the fifth one is over here, officially completing the golden apples. Let's move on to the next one. Right, so the next one is here in the underground party room. The first one actually requiring us to remove this banner for a second to actually collect this. And that also means this one as well. We're going to need to remove them temporarily to collect the said items. Now we can put them back for when we explore it later. And then the rest of these we don't have to actually worry about breaking anything. Let's go ahead and put those in here. And then the third one is over here. The fourth one is over here. And the fifth one is right here, officially completing this. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, the next one is located here. So, let's do it. The first one is right here. Then the second one is right over here. Then the third one is all the way up there, right above the ores. Then the fourth one is also up high, specifically right up there. We're going to have to get into there for a second. There we go. And the last one, we're going to need to climb the bed to get the fifth one, officially completing the glistering melons. Now, we only need one more. The last set of items we are collecting today is in the resort. So, let's do it. The first one is right here. Then, the second one is under the umbrella. The third one is right here. The fourth one is right over here. And the last one's right over here. Oh, and let's also get into the water. Okay, I was about to go into the water just to stop burning myself. But, regardless, we have all of them. Okay, now we are going to officially put all of them into the portal, just like that. And with all that said, mission 3 is done. As a reward, we have the Holiday Universe banner, which specifically looks like this. It is a combination between Earth Day, 4th of July, Christmas, and Halloween. Basically just a mix of all the holidays, which, oh yeah, speaking of which, let's officially go jump in and explore the Holiday Universe. Now yes, you may realize I'm back in creative. That's mainly because Alternate Universe Evil Sheet Leader specifically said that I needed to be in survival to make the missions more difficult. He didn't say anything about being in survival while exploring the universes. Got him! Okay, in all seriousness. Okay, so starting off with the New Year's themed room. We're obviously going to go in order of all the holidays, starting with New Year's and ending with Christmas over there. It's going to be great. So, first of all, as you can clearly see, this is all decorated for New Year's here on the Two Small Mountains. And I'm not going to lie, this actually came out pretty cool. Now, you may notice that there is a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dispensers. And watch and learn. Ta-da! We got all of them to shoot out fireworks, which is pretty cool. Yep, there we go. We got all of them to shoot out fireworks. And I need all 7. Yep, just that good. And that's literally all there is to say about this room. Next up is Valentine's Day in the village. And it's only just out here, just to clarify. So, as you can see, we have, of course, some hearts, such as a red, pink, purple, magenta, white, amethyst, and blossom hearts, respectively. I don't know if you also noticed it in the New Year's themed room, but all the banners were callbacks to previous New Year's parties. And so do these, including the banners that are spread across the room, which is actually pretty cool. It's basically just a nice little way to say, like, how far these events have come in these last 7 to 8 years. But if I'm being honest, that's really it for the entire village. Because, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Next up is Pie Day in the campsite. Now, as you can see, we have more banners, some of which come from 2019, 2020, technically 2021, even though this was actually in 2020. There was no banner that year. 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Now, those are just the banners. Oh, and the bed symbols on the tents have been replaced with pies, which is pretty clever, I'm not going to personally lie. We also have some pies over here alongside some streamers. And yeah, that's really all there is to be said here. Next up is St. Patrick's Day here in the the underground party room. My bad. Okay, so as you can see, we have a shamrock themed dance floor. That's pretty cool. This has been changed to green instead of the usual purple. And then we have some banners calling back to the events of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Basically, again, a nice way to see how far these events have come in the last 7 years. Overall, though, this room does look very, very nice. And yeah, that's all there is to say. Next up is the April Fool's Day room in my cave. Now, as you can see, the carpet has been transformed into a repair cap, which is super cool. We have other things, such as the table being changed to lightning rods, the chairs just floating randomly, the little table here being changed to anvils, and barrels as well. Then we have my bed, which is all pixelated, and just my bed also being pixelated entirely. And then we have some banners, which of course are from April Fool's Party 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, all respectively. Let's move on to the next room. Next up is Easter in the resort. Now, as we can see, we have a huge little egg here made out of wool and 2 crosses next to it, which is super cool. We also have some Easter-themed decorations, or at least Easter-themed colors for the umbrellas, which is super cool. And then we also have some banners calling back to the events of the Easter egg hunt 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, respectively. And that's all there is to say. Let's move on to the next room. Next up is Earth Day in the other side of the island. This one didn't really get changed too much, considering the gardens are always here, mostly. Other than that, we have some banners over here, which is super cool, which of course call back to previous Earth Day parties, including the streamers, and then I think these ones are from the previous year's Earth Day party. So that's a nice little callback, especially since it was a part of a simulation. So we have banners right over here, which mainly call back to the respective events of 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, respectively. But that's not all. We technically, if we, I think, head over here, have one also for 2025. So don't worry, we did not forget about that either. And, well, since the gardens are normally always here, that's all there is to say. Let's move on to the next room. Next up is Memorial Day in the port. Well, actually, wait a second. Not yet. I actually got one surprise for you. We added in a Cinco de Mayo room. Surprise! Yep, we finally added one in. And we also have Fiesta Sheep to celebrate with us today, which is awesome. Well, as you can see, this is how it looks. And as you can see, we have some Mexican flags all over the place. It looks super freaking cool. We got some decorations all over the place. Again, here is Fiesta Sheep right here, to obviously celebrate the occasion. And yeah, this is what it looks like here at the lodge. And yeah. Okay, for real this time, Memorial Day at the ports. And yeah, you may have saw this earlier when we were talking to Evil Sheep Leader, at least alternate universe Evil Sheep Leader. Okay, listen up. Listen up. So, first of all, we have a regular colored flag and a decolored flag. Obviously in a reference to these used to being in black and white previously. Speaking of which, we have banners in reference to the Memorial Day Party 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2024. We didn't, I think, have one for 2023, because that was the Operation Nichols Island finale at the time. So, yeah, there went that. And there wasn't one for 2018 or 2019, because I guess I didn't create one back then. So we only have like 4 years worth of banners here, and then they just repeat themselves throughout the room, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Outside of that, yeah. That's it for the room. Let's move on. Next up is 4th of July here at the Buffalo House. Now, this one's actually going to be really interesting. You see, this is actually designed in a way that is actually a little callback to when we used to celebrate 4th of July's in this house every summer, at least for a few years. Basically, in this respect, we would have food on this table, which I guess would count as the kitchen island. And, well, if you don't count the 4th of July American flags, it mainly was just food on this table. But that's not all. If we were to head out to the pool area, if you don't technically count the American flags all over the place, basically, what we have here is a table with chairs and some plates. We also have more tables and chairs with plates and the umbrella. This is mainly to basically be a little callback to when we used to host 4th of July parties in this house whenever we were up here in the summer, which you may have saw that in a few videos during certain New York trips back in the day. And this is exactly what that's meant to be a reference to, which, I'm not gonna lie, is actually super, super clever. With all that said, let's move to the next room. Next up is Labor Day here in the blacksmith shop. As you can see, this is mainly right here. And the idea is it's actually a reference to all of the colors from each previous Labor Day party. For example, we have the Labor Day 2019 banner, Labor Day 2020, 2021, and then 2023. And then finally 2024. There wasn't one in 2022 because Legos Island Summer ended late and on Labor Day itself, so we had to scrap it. But it did come back in 2023 and came back again in 2024. And we'll be coming back in 2025. But basically what I'm trying to say here is that this is basically the 2019 colors, 2020, 2021, 2023, and 2024 all respectively. And then it just goes back to 2019 again. Nice one, right? Let's move on to the next room. Next up is Halloween at the dog park. And apparently there was supposed to be a torch here. There we go. I did not see that there. Anyway, as you can see, we have a full-on Halloween themed room. And this is meant to technically be in reference to the fact that we could technically trick-or-treat at these houses. So, for example, we could trick-or-treat at this house right here. We could have to trick-or-treat at this house right over here. And maybe even this one, too. Oh, wait a second. There's not a candy station here. But you get the idea. Basically. Yeah, we have pumpkins, cobwebs, and creepy flowers, and even some dead bushes all over the place. And even the fountain covered in slime, with some pumpkins around it, which is super cool. And even some pumpkins on top of some bushes, which are all creepy-like. Other than that, the room technically does look like this, with redstone torches on the fences. Outside of that, that's it for the room. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is Thanksgiving here at the lodge. Now, this is actually going to span across multiple rooms. Now, there was supposed to be another banner over here, the 2021 banner. I should mention that I looked for over 30 minutes to try and find it. I was able to find these other three really easily, but not the 2021 banner, so yeah, we might have to rearrange this. Alright, I have gone ahead and done that. I know I probably could have just remade it, but I don't really have the time for that right now, so we'll keep it as is. So these are references to 2022, 2023, and 2024's Thanksgiving events, respectively. And as you can see, we have a table here with some turkey and pie on it, which is super cool. We also have the upstairs, which mainly also consists of this as well, which is super cool. We have more banners from the respective years that I just mentioned. We have another turkey and another pie over here, alongside the fences being updated for Thanksgiving itself in this room. The final room that we have updated for this respective holiday is the back room right over here, the huge one. Anyway, we have even more banners over here, which is super cool. We also have another massive table right here with turkey, potatoes, bread, pie, and cake. All super cool. And that wraps up this room. Let's move on to the final one. And that is Christmas on the Pet Cemetery Mountain. As you can see, the little subway arch has been changed to candy cane themes here as well. We have a Christmas tree right over here with red, white, and green ornaments, which is super cool. And a lit up star up there, which is also really cool. We also have a red, blue, green, ice, gold, and peppermint candy cane spread across the room right here, which is honestly super cool, I'm not going to personally lie. The last set of decorations we have here is this massive lit up tree, specifically with red, green, and white ornaments spread across the tree, which is super cool. I'm not going to personally lie. This is a very nice looking tree. And with all of that being said, that wraps up this room, and not only that, the universe itself. So our next mission is going to be on Wednesday, May 7th for Mission 4. And with all that being said, Operation Multiverse is, as always,